Hey guys, welcome back to Super Switch U. Today is Switch 2 pre-order day. So hopefully you guys got pre-orders somewhere in all of the crazy madness that was this launch. And all I want to start off by saying two things. One, to those that were swearing that they were boycotting this thing and they needed to drop the price and all that. Obviously, that's not doing a whole lot. That's not stopping people from buying this thing because in a matter of seconds last night, these pre-orders were like coming down. They were sold out. People were in long lines. Um, like I was kind of watching a little bit because for me here in Central Time Zone, uh, 11 o'clock was about the time that a lot of that stuff started happening because it would have been 12 Eastern. And so these different retailers were putting up new listings for stuff. So we got new insight into some games. And I would like to talk about that today too. The other point I'm making first, mission accomplished. Yeah! I was first in line at GameStop Shawnee. Technically, there was one guy that was waiting there too, who could have been ahead of me. He was sitting in his truck. So this was like about 8 a.m. Me and the family, we were going to get donuts and stuff before I prepared myself and was going to go stand in line about 9 o'clock. We drove by to see what was going on. They had a piece of paper on the front door. There were about 3 vehicles that looked like they were parked outside waiting for this thing, like they were going to just jump at the sign that anyone was going to try to start that line. But anyway, so the paper on the door said exactly what the quantity was that that store had to do pre-orders for. 48 in total. 48 Switch 2s, and that's it. I think by the end of waiting and the time that the store opened, we were pretty close to that. Breakdown was 15 base consoles and 33 Mario bundles. That's all they had to do. They told us multiple times that once they sold the last pre-order for Switch 2, they were done with anything to do with Switch 2 pre-orders as far as accessories, games, anything else. They were going to have very limited stock on games, on accessories, on anything else. And so what you wanted, you needed to make sure you pre-ordered then. Even if it was not day one, but like some of the things a little further on, Donkey Kong, stuff like that. If it was on their list, you needed to do it or you weren't getting it. So, because of that, I didn't take chances. I did 2 game pre-orders. One was not Street Fighter 6. Wasn't even Cyberpunk 2077 that I was considering. Nope, it was Donkey Kong Bonanza because I got real worried about that whole, like, we're not doing pre-orders after this. So I stuck 5 on that, 5 on Kart World Physical, and I got the base unit. By choice. I was first in line. I could have literally had whatever I wanted, just only one console for me. So, just the base. That's all I was going for, and then the physical games. It was crazy. It's a lot of people. Everybody was excited. Everybody wanted the Mario Kart bundle, so I'm sure some people walked away either slightly disappointed or empty-handed. So that's why I was saying, like, it's craziness, man. It's crazy because they were lining up between, I want to say, about 10 o'clock to 11 was when we really started seeing a lot of people coming in. But the guy that was in the white truck sitting there before I got there, that had me concerned about how much was going to be there. Me and him talked about a lot of stuff. He was a cool guy. But apparently, he was at home on the computer last night getting ready to order it from Best Buy. He went through, did the whole thing, waited in line, got to check out, ordered it, got a confirmation email saying that his pre-order was was confirmed, and they were appreciative of his purchase. And then, within seconds, they sent him a email saying that they declined his pre-order, that it had to be refunded because they did not have enough. Yeah, that's a thing that is happening. Is people are getting pre-orders canceled because they oversold this thing. Oh man, so much for that boycott, though, right? I don't even feel like I need to make that other video I was wanting to do, uh, because this kind of spoke for itself. Uh, you know, the price is not obviously too ridiculous to buy. The games are not too high to buy, or at least they'll do Mario Kart with a bundle if it's digital. Can't say I blame them because I almost talked myself into it. It's a $30 difference when it's all said and done. And I'm a fool. A fool who's going to have a physical copy of Mario Kart, but a fool nonetheless. So I got my base 50 on the system, $5 each on the games. So let's do some math here, right? That's about, hang on, I got a list here with all my numbers in it. So if you're just curious of what some of this would come up to who didn't get the pre-order, we're looking at $495 basically, $494.97 for the system, plus $87.99 with when taxes included for Mario Kart. And hang on, just doing some more stuff. Okay, so $495 plus 88 plus another 78 for Donkey Kong. $661 in total is what I gotta come up, or in total has to be paid for by the end of July. But if we take out the Donkey Kong stuff, because that's not here yet, it's 583. All right, that was my numbers. Pencil and Mario Kart. Yeah, 583, and I've got 55 between the two. It's $528. I gotta come up with $528 in 6 weeks. Anybody want to buy some Switch 1 games? I'll sell you a kidney. Cost you $500. You can have a kidney. Got a pair of really bad ankles if you want them. Oh, but in all seriousness, though, like this is rough because, like, yeah, they were doing the pre-orders for the GameStop brand accessories, and I did almost put a $5 on that case, but I can't, man. It's expensive. I'll find something to put that system in to keep it protected. I'll go get like a iPad or a tablet screen protector and just cut it to size to have a screen protector. It was not worth whatever price that would have been. Or with GameStop, they gave you one if you spent $50 on a warranty. And it wasn't going to be worth it. And the reason is really not even worth it, right? That first year, because they would have cost more for a 2-year warranty. But first year, $50 for a warranty. They weren't expecting to see anything else for Switch 2, any systems come back, games, anything like that, for at least 6 months. So half of that warranty time, they weren't going to be able to switch it out. If I had an issue, I'd go back and they just give me money. And like, that's not what I want. But Nintendo might be able to fix it. Nintendo should fix it if there's a problem in the first 6 months. But then it'd also probably be a long line of people trying to get their stuff fixed. So, no, it was not worth $50 to not really have a guarantee. You know what I mean? So, but I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. So look forward to hopefully a Super Switch U on June 5th, talking about how amazing the new Mario Kart is and the system and all the things that I find with it. Second issue I want to address. Okay? So last night, when all these new listings started popping up, all the things I've had questions about since Switch 2 Direct: Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S, Sonic X Shadow Generations, Yakuza 0, uh, Cyberpunk 2077, some of these other things. There was not pricing details. There was not listings for it to see if it was physical, not physical, if they were game key cards. And the disappointing news: if it's not a $69.99 game or a Switch 2 edition, it's a freaking key card. Everything is a key card. Everything. See, I expected it though from Capcom. I figured they would do, a handful of things. So Street Fighter wasn't a big shock to that. Square Enix, I figured they would also try to get away with it. Bravely Default answered that. Okay? I figured Sega was going to be the safe option. I didn't think Sega would try to pull this crap because they've never tried to pull this crap before. Almost ever. They've never tried to do this. 4 games of theirs got listings for Switch 2. All 4 of them are key cards. 3 of them are launch titles: Yakuza 0, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S, Sonic and Shadow Generations. And the worst part to that: system is backwards compatible with Switch 1. Sonic X Shadow Generations, all we can assume is that there's a improvement in graphics and processing and whatever. Like, they did not show off any new features, new content, no nothing for this thing. It's the same game that you could go buy on Switch 1. All on that cartridge. Full thing. Or you could throw that away for a game key card for Switch 2. But you can't upgrade it. They didn't even give that as an option. It's no upgrade pack, nothing. No, it's you need to either rebuy it and not have it on a cartridge, or keep your Switch 1. So I'll tell you right now. I mean, I've supported Sega a lot through the years. I'm telling Sega no on this. Just straight up. It doesn't even matter right now, whatever it is. If you're going to keep doing game key cards for every single game, you're not going to get another cent from me. Like, I might cave on a handful of exceptions. Hitman, World of Assassination, that came out as a game key card. But that's 3 Hitman games together, and no other way to get that. Street Fighter 6, only way to get it for a Nintendo console. So if I decide to cave on those, it's different. Sega, you didn't have to do that for every game. You didn't. If you had brought Yakuza 0 out at $69.99 as the special whatever edition that you called that, and you made it the $69.99 game, all on the cartridge, you would have been fine. It's a key card, so you can price it at $50. It's fine. I'm not going to buy the key card. I'm not going to buy the digital version. I'm just not going to touch it. I'm out. Right? Raito, whatever the subtitle of that is, the Shin Megami Tensei type of game. If I'm going to get that, it's going to be Switch 1. Why waste my time with a game key card? No. That's stupid. It's freaking stupid. Like, I don't know what the reasoning behind it is, why every single company is doing a game key card. The thing is, it's not every company though. That's the worst part about this. Here, I'm gonna flip this over to another page here. Um, just looking over all the listings and stuff, right? Obviously, Nintendo's, none of them are key cards. Not a single one of them are a game key card. The Switch 2 editions, not game key cards. Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion, game I wasn't really looking at. $69.99, not a game key card. Doesn't come out till September 5th. That gives me time to figure that out. Let's see. Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, Switch 2 editions. Not a game key card. Cyberpunk 2077. Not a game key card. And talking to people in that pre-order line, a lot of them really loved that game. The guy that was second in line with me, he said him getting it for Switch 2, because he decided on that pre-order when they said they were going to take it. He said that was the third time he was going to go through that game. He talked it up. I'm almost sold on it. I just don't have $70, so they'll get my money. But not Raito Remastered crap edition freaking game key card. No. Let's see. Target didn't have all the listings. Where's a better list for this? Sorry, I was not as prepared as I apparently thought I was. Let me go back to this first page. Okay, we got 70 items worth of things on Best Buy. Because it exploded whenever pre-orders were going up. Yeah, so like, and it's not even that safe either, because I'm sitting here looking at this, Madden 26 Standard Edition is listed with a case, $69.99, and it's a game key card. Not that I would have played football games, but seriously, like, why is everyone jumping in on this freaking ship to screw over physical game collectors? Because this is stupid. This is stupid. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. And this isn't even a $70 game. Okay? No Sleep for Kaname Date. Switch 2 version. Not Switch 2 edition. It's the version for the Switch 2. $49.99. Not a game key card. Freaking Split Fiction that I was looking forward to, my wife was looking forward to. It's not even a physical game. It's just straight digital. That irritated the crap out of me. It was more than irritated. I'd say the words, but I'm not doing that. Not here. But seriously, man, why? Why is it so full on into game key cards? Oh yeah, they've added some stuff. They've got replacement thumbstick grips now listed. Screen Protector 2-pack, $10.99, and I could still pre-order it. So yeah, GameStop was full of crap telling me you couldn't do that stuff. Yeah. I'm not seeing any other ones. I might have already covered everything. While I'm sitting here on this website, though, they also put up the retail version of the upgrade packs for Switch 1 games with Switch 2 editions. $19.99 for Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and $19.99 for Super Mario Party Jamboree, which both of those were going to be $80 Switch 2 editions, which means that all they did was they just charged you for the Switch 1 game at full price, and then full price for the upgrade. Then $10 each on Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom upgrades. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Just keep screaming this thing into the void if I have to, but why are we doing nothing but game key cards for this console? There it sits. 5988 Hitman World of Assassination Signature Edition Nintendo Switch 2 Game Keycard Edition. That's like a 61 gigabyte download too. It's ridiculous, man. Freaking everything. Everything is a game keycard. When I was saying that I felt like this was going to be the last console I was going to do for myself, I didn't actually mean for them to prove that I probably don't even need this one either. Because, I mean, at this point, it's going to be Nintendo's first-party games, and then just to prove a point, support every regular physical release game, and not touch a single game keycard. And all I can really hope is that the games that are coming for Switch 2 that are game keycards get a physical copy on Switch 1. It doesn't matter if it's less quality. I would rather just have it than to not. Everything's a game keycard. Let's get that written on a shirt and then like live in depression for 8 years. That's fine. But that's what I got today. So, if you guys had any stories from pre-orders, you got your copy and were successful, you didn't get it, and you're disappointed, whatever you'd like to share, comment section's there. So, let's talk about it. Just whatever you want to share on that, I can discuss it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and join us next time, because I'm sure there will be something else in the very near future that I'm going to get opinionated about. So, I'll catch you guys next time.